welcome back to the Weekly Mash, everybody. Today we are chatting with an author who adds all the spice to her sweet. The talented Katharine Sweet is here with us today. The mind behind Failure to Thrive, Love, the Goodroe Brothers series, and yes, Graham's Rated R Cookbook. I saw that on the website as well. So we've got some questions about that, obviously. So we're going to jump in here. Katharine, thank you so much for joining us. Can you please introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about your work, and then we will hopefully ask some fun questions.
Fantastic. Hi, I'm Katharine Sweet. So Sweet is my maiden name. So obviously I'm going to keep that. I was named after my great grandma Catherine, but my parents misspelled the original name. So I took the spelling back for my author name. I am a small town Michigan girl. I grew up in a town with no fire department, no police department, no school, had a suggested 4-way stop, more bars than churches, and then moved to a small town. And my husband and I joke that we've upgraded because the lights got all 3 colors.
Oh, yeah, I love that.
I like to refer to myself as I'm either a rated R girl in a Hallmark world, or I'm a Hallmark girl in a rated R world, because I don't fit the good girl mold and I don't really fit the all the way intensity mold like romance authors. I jokingly advertised Failure to Thrive last Christmas as Let Me Be Your Alibi book because it's a little spicy, but it's also cozy. So if you don't want to admit to the 5-alarm fire book that you're reading, let me be your alibi.
I love that. That's awesome.
That's what we need. And it's funny because the last couple authors I think that we've interviewed have had like holiday books. And Miranda and I are like, we'll add that to November and December.
Right? Exactly.
So,
yeah.
Like perfect timing. Perfect timing. Okay, Katharine, like your website said, it literally called Sweet Tales with Spice. So be honest, are you more of a sweet, spicy, or chaotic blend of both depending on the day?
I am absolute chaotic blend of both. I joke though. So my orientation, so I am demisexual. And so there are conversations that I have that I'll be like, I am too demisexual for this. I don't know you well enough to talk about this. Like I have trouble with Insta-love books. Not that I don't love them or appreciate what goes into them, but I'm reading it. I was like, I don't know you yet. How can no? I'm not ready to see your bits yet. I don't know you well.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Oh, goodness. I love that.
I know.
Okay. If someone peeked into your writing playlist right now, what song would immediately make us go, oh, yeah, she writes emotional chaos with romantic flair?
Oh, God. Right now, I am listening to this mix of like, because of the series that I'm working on right now takes place in the early 2000s. So it is a mix of like, God, I hate to admit that there's Creed in this mix, but Creed is definitely in the mix. There is Sheryl Crow. There is
I love it.
Bare Naked Ladies. You know, the ones that you like, scream cry to when you were like younger. Yeah, I have all of those on that.
Right.
My kind of playlist.
Right. Is that a public playlist? Like, could I grab that at some point?
Once I rebuild it out of Spotify and into a different group thing, absolutely.
Okay.
I will send it your way.
Just remember us, because it's funny because I use Spotify and I'll turn like all of like those kind of songs onto like the radio, and I'm like, okay, I've liked these songs, I played them, okay, now I need my DJ to play them, and the DJ's like, nope, you get, most of the time it's piano guys, because my son listens to piano guys to go to sleep. And I'm like, I don't want piano guys. I just want to jam in my car. I want to cruise. And I want something entertaining that's going to put me to sleep.
Right.
I'm very particular about like playlists and songs. I have one playlist that is specifically for editing and formatting. And the title of it is Rage Playlist, Editing, Formatting, Don't Throw the Book Away. Is the title of it, and it is Corpse Husband. God, what is it? Bad Omens. There's just it's this heavy, screamy. It's trauma core from Sky Daddy. It is just this hardcore, angry, hate everything. And it's like my husband came in and I was jamming out to one of them, and he goes, "How's the editing going?" And I was like, "Leave the room." He's like,
I could just imagine you like in your room with like 2 red markers, like headbanging. Come back or go back out the way you came in.
Oh my God.
I thought editing was the worst thing until I started playing with formatting, and now formatting it. Then give me editing any day of the week.
Yeah, I can only imagine. Goodness.
Nope.
Yeah, I would.
Never.
Nah.
If somebody thinks that's their favorite, they are probably anal retentive if they enjoy formatting.
Or they're just graphically minded and like
True.
the pretty alignments might speak to them. It just I hate it. There's just too many times when I move like I have to put of in there because I forgot it in a sentence, and I put of in there and it changes 47 pages of the manuscript
my
that I now have to go
goodness.
through and wiggle woggle, and I'm just not about it.
Yeah.
Not
That's like literally, there's a running joke on here of the reasons Ashley will never become an author. Okay. That's literally number 1 is formatting.
Yeah, it's funny that I
Number 2
said,
is editing.
it's funny that I said, like, if somebody enjoys that, they're anal retentive, watch. I'll end up writing a book at some point, and that'll be my favorite part because I said
some people love it. I have author buddies that they love it because they love that they can manipulate the paragraph structure and like how it lays out and looks on the page, and they don't have to have like the hanging sentence that like moves over. It's just not my favorite.
not your jam.
We were to Miranda's house yesterday and we did the best friend ghost photo shoot thing.
Yeah.
And we went to her house and all of a sudden she's sending me these videos and I'm like, when are you doing this? And I look over and she's sitting at her kitchen counter and she's like, hee hee, hee hee. And I'm like, girlfriend, like every holiday she makes this graphic and she like pulls it out of nowhere. I'm like, where did you like? And it takes me like 6 days to make the weekly MASH lineup post. And she's like, I could do that in 2 minutes. All you have to do is create a template and fill it in. I'm like, well, I'm glad you can do that.
It's the secrets I need to know.
Yeah. I didn't even know how to work Canva until Miranda taught me, and she still is 100 times better at it than I am.
Canva's a friend I have. One I want all the time, but it's one I have.
Yeah. I'm like, look at the thing I made, Miranda, and then she makes something 10 times better, and I'm like, oh,
Stop.
Everybody's got their own skills.
Yeah.
Mine's I answer everybody on social media.
There you go.
That's my job.
And it's needed.
Miranda does everything else.
I'm bad at that.
Okay, let's get back to Katharine.
Yes.
You've written everything from love stories to a rated R cookbook.
Yes.
Just so you know, I have a culinary degree, so we got to talk about that. If your life had to be described as a recipe, what would the key ingredients be?
See, this is a problem because the first 2 items that like pop into my brain are sprinkles because I have like, this weird attachment to sprinkles, but I also really love cheese. And cheese and sprinkles don't necessarily go together. The first guy I ever like went on a few dates with and then ghosted me, I was very sad and crying. And my friend at the time, who became my husband, found me crying in the furniture section of the Meijer that we worked at. And if you're not familiar with Meijer, it's between Walmart and Target. In the Midwest. And we had a furniture section. And I was crying, sitting with another friend talking, and he said something that just really cheered me up. I was like, oh, that's so sweet, but what do I do with the sprinkles and the cheese now? And he goes, you could still eat them, but not together, please. So my dish would either be some kind of cheese and like shredded chicken tortilla kind of like dish with like guacamole because I'm a millennial, or it would be vanilla ice cream with rainbow sprinkles.
Love it.
Bubble.
Yeah, I was going to say, 2 entrees is good.
It could be an intermezzo. I got you. And then you could have your cheese and sprinkles.
I like it.
Have your cake and eat it too.
Always.
See, my culinary degree comes in handy for something.
There you go.
Yeah. Those recipes are cookable in the book. They're all real.
Oh.
I made the majority.
I got you. We could do part 2 and we could co-write it.
There's Ashley writing a book.
Cookbook. I can give you the funny names.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Okay, we've got failure. Oh, my gosh. Why am I having a hard time today? Failure to Thrive. It is a great title. Can you tell us the story behind it? Was there a specific spark that started this one? Or did the idea just sneak up on you like mid-laundry day, like a plot twist?
So the book's all about starting over. So I was trying to think of something that like spoke to me about starting over. And so I can't remember what its temporary title is. Usually I keep them like, I have a little like graveyard document that I like write like my temporary titles down once I replace them with real ones. I deleted failures for some reason. and I was writing along. As I'm typing along, there's this conversation that's happening with Aster, the main character, and a nurse that she talks to in the hospital in the early scenes. And as I'm typing along, all of a sudden, Liam, the 8-year-old, goes, "I failed to thrive when I was a child," which is a term that you use for a preemie, and he was a preemie. And then all of a sudden I was like, okay, it definitely means that. It can also mean that, like, instead of striving and moving forward in my life, I was just existing. So I'm not thriving if all I'm doing is existing, which is clearly what Russ was doing before the cataclysm that got him where he is. And I was like, oh, all of these characters are on a rebuilding path. They're on a starting path. So all of them failed that initial kickstart. So became failure to thrive.
I like
What a good origin story.
I know.
Liam has some great ideas. He's probably my favorite kid character I've ever written.
I love
he
the
sounds
kid
like
characters.
He's an 8-year-old. That was one of my greatest compliments. I had somebody tell me that he sounds like an authentic 8-year-old. He doesn't sound like a college kid or a toddler. He sounds 8.
Yeah. That's a great
Which I was
compliment.
like,
Yeah, that's hard to do.
Yeah.
That's really hard to do as an adult. Yeah.
right. And I don't have kids. So, like, it's not like I can look at, like, my kids and be like, what do my kids sound like at 8?
Yeah.
I can look at my friends' kids, but that's not the same
Yeah.
vibe.
Well, and even if you're comparing kids, like my 8-year-old is a ding dong, but he's a genius.
Yeah, that's a good
So-
description.
I know.
Like hyperfixation. So there are
Yeah.
certain words that Liam pronounces correctly that are food related because that's his hyperfixation. He loves cooking. He loves that kind of stuff, but he struggles with the word like asparagus because asparagus is a key word for an
Right.
8-year-old if you don't say it all the
Yeah.
time. Kind of balancing that, like, things he would get right, I know, and things maybe he would stumble on because he's 8.
Yeah. Nice. That's very cool. That's a great
I know.
compliment, especially with not having kids around you all the time. That's amazing. Yeah.
Lots of research.
Good work.
Thank you.
We're around kids all the time.
Yes. Yes, we are. 24/7.
Literally.
That's great. That's good though. Or not. I don't know.
This is
I
our
don't have
adult
them.
conversation.
Oh,
because we're both
sorry.
teachers.
F them kids. Only fictional children in this space.
Yes. Just kidding. Any of my families, and we're joking. I
I'm on
love
the
your
cancel-
children.
I'm on the cancel list now. For
No, you're not.
That's funny.
If anything, it's me. I'm gonna play that one for my kids. Shut up, them kids. I say it all the time to my kids. My husband's like, well, actually, so my dad lives like on our property, and he says all the time, because my husband and I, whenever we go grocery shopping, we have like a date where we go out to dinner before we go grocery shopping. And because we only grocery shop like once every 2 weeks. And he goes, well, you know, when you and your sister were younger, I'd always take you guys to get food with us, or I'd bring you home the same food I had for dinner. And I'm like, no, F them kids. And he goes, I was like, my oldest is 16. She knows how to make food.
exactly.
Like,
I was cooking
yeah.
at 13. That was one of my jobs.
Yeah. My 14-year-old cooks all the time.
Oldest child. This is now your
Yeah.
job. It's you're home from school before I'm home from work. Cool beans.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nope, I burned water.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
One time.
did.
Good job.
Yeah, I know.
Talent.
Takes
The
a
talent
special
that
time,
takes.
a type of person will do that.
I like it.
She also lit
I like
pot
it.
holders on fire, but we'll move on from
I
that.
did light pot. Oh, yeah. Whoops.
Miss
I know.
Culinary degree.
Nobody died.
True.
Exactly.
Nope.
The
Nobody-
house didn't burn down.
Just the pot holder.
We walked into the kitchen and there's flames all the way to the ceiling. We're like,
Oops.
there's still a big black spot in that kitchen ceiling.
Character.
Didn't burn down. We're good. We're good. So your books mix humor and heartbreak in such a raw way. Did you start with the laughs or the tears when you were drafting?
Oh, I don't. So normally how I start a book is so a lot of authors talk about how they can see a scene in their head. They know what the space looks like, they know what the characters look like. It takes me a long time to visualize my characters. I hear them. And usually I get a scene in the middle of the book. Like the fight climax, or like something that's coming in to like upset the characters, or like a first conflict. And then I'm like, okay, how did we get here? Who are you? Why are we fighting / discussing
Yeah.
the thing that's going on? All right, well, if this is how we got here directly, what happened prior? Okay, so this is the situation. These are who I think you are. I write a very loose ending to where I think the story's going, and then I outline back to front So last scene all the way up to the first scene, and then I write chronologically.
My brain would not be processing.
I'm a triple Virgo. I keep track of my story information on spreadsheets. I have a series spreadsheet for the series that Failure to Thrive is now part of, and then I have a separate spreadsheet for each book with tabs with character information, timelines, things I had to research for the specific book.
Yeah.
That's a great way to stay organized, though. I feel like I would probably do that.
It helps me.
Yeah.
It terrorizes so many other authors I talk to. They're like,
I'm sure.
but why? Spreadsheet is for like organizing marketing. I was like, no, organizing writing brain. They're like, no.
Hey, Excel can do it all. Come on.
Got the tabs and stuff though.
My Pinterest board is just like my inspiration. Like it's not anything like specific. It's just like the vibes of what I'm writing with, which thank God my cover artist gets my brain, because otherwise, although I'm sure Lissa wants to strangle me sometimes, because here are some general ideas and none of them are alike in any way, shape, or form. Do what you
Put it
think
together.
will make look cool.
And then look, it worked.
It did.
Yeah.
Because I will never, if I have my way, I will never have another cover artist than who did Failure to Thrive. This the first cover I had was with her, and it's just amazingly pretty and eye-catching. So
compliment to her.
Retire. Compliment to her. I've had so many people stop at my tables when I'm at a book event. That is the cover that makes them stop.
That's cool.
Is that bright pop of like cozy fall vibes that it has.
Who doesn't like cozy fall vibes? We're like in that time too, so it's like.
Yes. And I'm an anti-Christmas person, so like my horror month is coming, which is December, when I'm like, they're like, Merry Christmas! And I'm like, yeah. I spent too many years in retail, man. It's just trauma.
Oh my
Christmas
goodness.
is just trauma.
I get it. I get it.
Well, it is.
Yes.
It's just a
Not too many Christmas lights. That's my theory. My nickname is Clark for a reason.
There were just too many instances of, I know you have it in the back, you're just not giving it to me.
Yeah.
Yep. That's exactly what I did, ma'am. I saw you coming, chucked them all in the back.
Yeah.
It's not you coming 5 minutes before we close on the last day of the sale. Nope, nothing to do with that.
Right? Yeah, Black Friday at Walmart and Target. I lived that.
I worked for an office supply store that will remain unnamed, that we had a print department as well, and someone in the print department wanted to buy one of the Black Friday computers. And the thing is we don't make, the company didn't make any money on the actual computer. We only made it if we upsold them on software and protection and blah, 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 blah. She knows this. And I told her, you can't buy it until after X time because I don't want you to screw with my metric.
Yeah.
So you have to wait until X time, and then we'll deal with the metric being screwed up later. But the 10 a.m. email I have to do to the district manager, because I'm the manager in charge, dear God, that morning, it has to look good at 10 a.m. So don't buy it and screw my metrics up even worse. Oh, no, she came up the second she saw me when I was dealing with another guest, ran one up to the front, and she was supposed to wait another hour to buy it, ran it to the front, checked it out with nothing. And I was like, it's like, I'm going to screw her metric up. I'm going to make one copy at a time and pay for it. For the next hour. I didn't. I was a bigger person. Didn't want to, though.
Revenge copies.
Yep. Fighting words.
Oh my goodness. I'm having such a good time. Between Love and the Goodroe brothers stories, you've created these relatable, flawed characters who feel real. Who was the hardest character for you to say goodbye to after typing the end?
I think it was Matt, which is hilarious because in Love Is, I describe Matt as this constant screaming of anger and swearing is all he is. Like, he is grumpy sunshine, but in an eldest sibling kind of way. So like, he constantly feels responsible for everybody in his orbit in a very weird way. I deal with heavy topics with a soft hand. And so when you read Love Is, there are a couple of scenes where he's describing his relationship with his ex-wife. You can tell he was verbally abused by her, but he doesn't think of it as abuse. Like, he's talking to Sarah about the fact that, I ruined her birthday once because I made her a drink for her birthday, didn't know I was allergic to bananas. I tried the drink and we had to go to the ER.
Oh no.
And I ruined her birthday. And Casera's response is, by having to go to the hospital, he goes, well, yeah, I ruined her birthday. She told me. And it's like, and there's just these little tiny bits. And so letting go of this like anger ball that loves everybody so much, but doesn't know how to express it because he had an absent mother, an abusive father until they got taken in by a non-biological uncle that, yes, did his best, but Rex didn't know how to raise kids. So it was a lot of like, cool, you both survived the day. High five, guys, we did it. You and Vinny are both breathing. I'm doing good. Like,
you're both fed.
Everybody's clean. Right. Everybody's had a shower today. Everybody's had a couple of meals. So like the thing with Matt is Matt loves intensely, but he doesn't know how to express it properly. It's so out of my 3 books, it's the only time I have used the miscommunication trope because it's not my favorite trope.
Yeah.
But Matt is a bad communicator. And it's one of the reasons that I relate to him so much. It was why he was so hard to say goodbye to, because fear makes me not communicate.
Mm-hmm.
So that is something that got woven into Matt, is that he's so afraid of someone losing their temper or someone getting angry with him, even though he's an anger ball. That anger scares him. Now he'll go fist fight his brother on the lawn, like, and that's kind of how they like start their like processing emotions phase, as they go wail on each other for a while, and then it's like, all right, we should probably actually talk this out now that you've punched me.
You know, in that weird way that guys do, like fight, and then they're like, okay, we're good, cool, thanks, see you later.
So Matt's got, if you've ever seen From Dusk Till Dawn, he has Seth Gecko vibes. I've also heard people compare him to Dean Winchester from Supernatural. So he's got that like that dog in me kind of character. So like I love Matt so much. So he was really hard to like say goodbye to when I finished Love Stories for the Goodroe Brothers duet.
I hate it when you read a book and you're so invested in the characters, especially like books that have like the dual point of views and like you're having a story for each like sibling or whatever. And you're so invested in like those first characters that you don't want to read the rest because you're like, I don't want to lose them.
Yes. I tried to make
a feeling that's what's going to happen.
Vinny's just as lovable. He's just Vinny's like a cinnamon roll in like the best way. He's big and tall and kind of looks intimidating. He wears dark black glasses. He's a bigger dude, but he is the most gentle, kind, like he's very aware of his height. He's aware he can be intimidating. Hell, he runs a gender neutral strip club with his ex-girlfriend, and he's everybody's favorite manager because he watchdogs everybody in the club.
Yeah. That's so fun.
He's great. Oh, I fall in love with all of my characters.
Well, yeah, I'm sure.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, characters. They ruin us.
In the best ways.
In the best way.
Not always the best ways.
Okay, some of them are assholes.
Yes.
I got a few.
I'm still mad at a lot of them.
Same. Residual rage.
Yeah. It'll never be the same.
I know. Never.
So if the Goodroe brothers were real, who would be the one you would most likely catch flirting at a coffee shop? And who would be the one stress eating a muffin in the corner about it?
So neither one of them know how to flirt. Matt would do it by accident. So in that situation, you're basically somebody somebody's yelling at the barista. So his instant reaction would be to order coffee and be super nice to her.
Yeah.
Not because he's interested, but because, she just had a bad, I'll make it. Yeah. And I don't want to start a fight in this coffee shop because Vinny told me that he likes this place. And while Vinny's watching the interaction going, don't do anything dumb, don't do anything dumb, don't do anything dumb.
They finally got my order right.
Please do not. There's a, From Dusk Till Dawn got serialized into a 3-season show. There are a couple of scenes in From Dusk Till Dawn with Richard and Seth Gecko that I'm like, no, those are my Goodroes. That's whole interaction is exactly my boys.
That's awesome.
That you can they're inspired by my kids, man.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. It's cool that you can see not just like, because we like to do like the casting question, like who would you cast? But for you to see the personalities in that too is super cool.
Yeah. There are certain scenes in that show that like I was like, man, I can tell that I like hyper fixated on this show for a while, and it bled into some of my psyche because Because it's right there.
It's just ingrained. It's soaked in.
It's just right there.
Yeah.
Just crack me up.
Oh, that's good. Okay, let's talk about Graham's Rated R cookbook here. Because the title alone obviously deserves an award.
Cute. I'm all for it.
Yes.
All for it.
If you had to cook one recipe straight from the book during a book mash dinner party, what would it be and how inappropriate are we talking?
It would be the Sounds Like Love mac and cheese. It is a crock pot mac and cheese recipe. It's one that I not only can make, I have made, and has now become the staple mac and cheese at all family parties and get-togethers since I put it out. My mother has made it. My brother has made it.
Awesome.
2 of my cousins have made it. Because why would you not want a slow cooker recipe?
Right?
There are some fun ones in here. So the cookbook started, it's a joke between the two, between Love Is and Love Stories. So in Love Is, we meet Cassara. Her grandmother was a roadie in a rock band. And so Cassara inherited her cookbook, which is, they're all real recipes. They just have dirty names.
I love it.
There is a Sloppy Joe recipe that is sloppy, not seconds. So the one that got it started is Drop Your Panties Pound Cake. Is the recipe that got it started. So I worked somewhere that will remain nameless, and we were dealing with a client, and my coworker was kind of picking on the client a little bit about something. And she goes, if you're not nice to me, I'm not going to teach you my Drop Your Panties Pound Cake. And 10 years later, that conversation is still in there. And the second I started writing that book, I was like, oh my God, I can share this with the world. So I made the cookbook.
My kind of cookbook.
It's
very
amazing.
funny. You can only get it in print from me, though. Is the catch?
Dang it!
I know. Had to
Dang it!
Listen, I ship, but the cookbook itself is full color and
oh, cute.
I made it really pretty and all of the things. So
that's so fun.
So
I love that. So
it's a hit.
Maybe I could write a book.
It's a hit at book shows, I'm telling you, because people see it. They're like, what's that? And I was like, have a look.
Take a gander.
Here's my reader.
The kind of writer I am.
A little spice.
Spicy.
Oh, God.
I'm a slow burn girl, but I like my spice.
My spice is not only in my books.
Exactly. I did have someone make the sweet tea recipe for me, though, because I am a northern girl. All the way down. I have a friend from South Carolina. She is the one who made the sweet tea recipe. Because she looked at my initial one and she goes, that's not enough sugar. And I was like, but that's so much sugar. And she goes, it's not enough sugar. I was like, okay, understood.
It reminds me of my Aunt Kim's sun tea. We used to drink, so we're in Eastern Washington.
Okay.
But my Aunt Kim used to make sun tea, and it was the best thing in the world. And no matter how many times I try to make it, it does not taste like hers.
It's just the way it happens, though.
Sometimes there is that little extra.
Something.
It's the love.
And I'm like, Aunt Kimmy, give me the recipe.
Show me a sign.
Show me a sign.
See, and recipes have just become a thing now that go with all of my books. So with Failure, which is now book 1 of the Windmill Creek Art series, they're all going to have a recipe that goes along with them when you buy the books. And because both Liam and Russ like to cook, so I make recipe cards. So when I sell them out in the world,
oh my gosh,
that we get it these really cute little cards.
Those are so stinking cute.
Have personality to them, but also are real recipes that I get to, because supporting an indie author is a thing. Having a reader take a chance on an unknown author that, we don't always get to spend the, thousands of dollars in marketing and art. And so you're taking a chance on somebody. And so I like to do little things like recipe cards and stuff like that to say thank you and to draw them in here, look, if you can see my personality in just this little snapshot, maybe I can get you to try me.
Yeah, it makes you memorable.
I try.
Yeah.
That is the goal.
Mine are always the ones, now that we're, not that we're huge or anything, but now that we're, starting to gain traction, we've had people message us and they're like, hey, here's my book. Would you be willing to read it? And we're like, yeah, because you reached out to us and we're like, hey, take a chance.
Exactly.
I mean, we can only reach so far and find so many books, but we love it when people find us and are like,
last year, it was just before it was the beginning of November. So it was right around this time last year. there is a romance-only bookstore about an hour-ish north from me, outskirts of Grand Rapids. And she opened this bookstore, and she emailed me for my books. She had been at some book event, saw me, didn't really say anything, and she emailed me for my books. It's the first time anybody has reached out to me for my books. And after a sobbing session to my husband, because, oh God, that thing happened. So I arranged with her to ship her own books because I didn't have anything on Ingram Spark yet, so she couldn't just order them. She had to like actually get them from me. She opened the weekend before Thanksgiving was her open date. So I said, hey, typically the Saturday after Thanksgiving is Small Business Saturday. Since you are brand new, if you are interested, I would happily come hang out at your bookstore as a signing author for your first Small Business Saturday.
So cool.
I am one of the chillest people that you are going to meet. I am only like hyper focused and anal retentive with myself. With other situations, I'm very go with the flow. I'm very relaxed. How would you feel about that? So she was so excited. So I got to be her first signing author. She did Failure to Thrive for her book club earlier this year. And when the second one comes out, my launch party is going to be obviously at her bookstore because that's one of two indie bookstores that I really have a strong connection with. And like those things are so important to like, especially local and like getting your community roots and just to be able to see her succeed and watch her grow. And it just makes me so happy. And she's really focused on indie authors at her store and getting in Michigan because she's a Michigan indie bookstore. So she's working on getting Michigan authors in her store all the time to give these small ones, especially a chance to like get out there. So it's really been something that's made my heart warm and made my heart happy to be able to do that kind of stuff.
That's so cool.
Miranda and I want to open an indie like mobile bookstore.
Yes.
Because there's nothing around us. Like there's no mobile bookstores. There's no like we have a hard time finding just like regular small town bookstores.
Yeah.
So
cool.
that's one of our goals.
So a cool thing to do with those. So one of the things that I've been doing lately is I'm working with a girl who we do shows at breweries. So we'll go out on a Sunday afternoon. There's a girl who has a mobile bookstore and she is starting to pick up with these breweries. So you get, if you have a couple indie authors on the inside, you have a book truck out back. And they're finding at these breweries, people come buy books and then go in and drink and like, or vice versa. So I would look into that because one of the people that I just talked to, she is a brand new one in my area that she just started. They took a old horse trailer, a little like one, and converted it, and they did it all themselves, watching YouTube tutorials. And she's like, "This is the coolest thing we've ever done."
Hold the phone. We're getting a bus. Like my dad is getting a bus.
Hell yeah!
Don't you think that'd be way cooler? Have like an area in the bus where you could just sit and relax and we could film our podcast like together and have like bookshelves.
Yeah. So the big thing is if you've got something mobile, you want collapsible shelves or shelves you can click in so that even if you don't have anything on them. Projectiles are projectiles.
Bigger, small.
Don't get hit in the head.
Safety first, guys. Safety first.
Can you imagine like Miranda in the back of the bus and I'm driving and I'm jamming out to my music? And Miranda's trying to take the books off the shelf.
The tornado in there.
Because Miranda definitely is not driving.
No, I'm not driving a bus. Are you nuts? No. My Yukon's big enough. I'm good.
I miss the days of my car.
We have a couple lightning round questions. So this is the sweet and spicy edition. So first thing that comes to your mind, there's only a couple of them. Miranda was not very fun this time. Enemies to lovers or second chances?
Enemies to lovers if they've met before. Second chance if they've never met before and they're restarting their lives from different paths.
Like that. Specific. Coffee or wine or something else while you're writing?
Never wine. I don't like wine.
I don't either.
No.
I don't. It's either coffee with a stupid amount of creamer, water with some kind of flavor involved with it. And when I'm editing and mad at the world, it is specifically some kind of cake flavored vodka and Sprite. I want my alcohol to be alcohol. I don't want it to taste like alcohol. And I want my
Yeah.
coffee to be coffee, but not taste like coffee.
Same.
I'm just picturing you in your editing process with the Rager music on.
Drunk editing.
Gosh.
Yeah, I take that Hemingway advice backwards. I write sober and drunk edit.
Love
Otherwise,
it.
I get too mad. Too much Irish in me,
But how are
man.
you getting done? How do you get anything done? I just passed out.
I'm a Virgo. And if I decide I'm going to do something, I'm an oldest daughter too with religious trauma. So if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. It doesn't matter how tired I am. It doesn't matter what the effect the next day is going to be. I have stayed up until 5:30 in the morning because I was determined I was going to finish it before I left my office, knowing I was going to take a nap and be to work at 8 o'clock the next morning.
Wow.
Because I was getting it done. And
so
everything
Libras
else
must have the same issue because I do that too.
is this. Gotta do it. Gotta do it.
Or if I'm reading a book and I'm like, I have 2 hours left. Challenge accepted. I'll be asleep before 4 a.m.
Exactly. Yep. I got time.
And then get up at 6:30 for work. Yeah. I do it all the time.
That is tomorrow me's problem, not current me's problem.
For sure. For sure.
Because current me wants to read the book.
Exactly.
Love scene soundtrack, sultry jazz or chaotic 20s pop? Or 2000s pop, not 20s.
It's a mix, and it's a mix of everything. So one staple one that's on there is Bad Company's Ready for Love. I cannot think of the singer's name, but Dangerous Hands is another one. God, what's the third one that like I play all the time? I don't know. There's a third one in there that's like they have nothing to do with each other. Bad Company's Ready for Love is always one of the one that is in my soundtrack.
You're like, they're starting to feel it. Let me turn on the soundtrack.
Turn on the soundtrack. Gotta turn that one on.
It's like
those are the hardest scenes for. Those are the hardest scenes. No, it's not Marvin Gaye. Those are the hardest scenes for me to write. Mm-hmm. I literally will outline them the first run through of just like, and it looks like a diagram because it's this to this to this to this to this to this. Where are we ending up? And then I put the dialogue in because that's my favorite part. And then I go in and flush it out the rest of the way. It's one of the only times when like I will ban anybody from disturbing me. Like I will tell my husband for the next 2 hours, don't knock on the door, don't come in. If the house is not on fire or someone has not entered the house to try to kidnap you.
I'm having my book time. Yeah. It is that time.
That time, these characters and I, so some of, and they kind of ranged with the love scenes because all my books are open door, but they have kind of ranged as far as how spicy they get. The joke I made with Failure is it is still a love scene, but it's still somehow cozy. And so the whole time I was writing it, I was like, guys, I'm so sorry. Please ignore me. I'm going to type this. Just forget I'm here. So sorry.
Just a fly on the wall.
Just keep this up going.
You guys didn't put the tie on the door, so the door is open. Don't know what to tell you.
Just hanging out over here, just writing down everything you're doing. Please just
continue. How are you doing that? Oh wait, never mind.
That is the joke that I make is how did your arm get there? Like, because I'll do this whole like, nope. Got an extra arm in there.
Yeah.
But like
I'll have to edit that arm out. Hold on one sec.
My characters' personalities bleed into those love scenes. And my love language is words of affection, like how I receive love. Mm-hmm. So you could not pay me to write a degradation kink. You couldn't. And it's not that I don't get why people like it. It's not why, cool, that's your thing. I can't.
Yeah.
Like I will physically crawl out of my own skin because that's terror to me. Mm-hmm. That would live in my head forever. So even though I love my morally gray characters, when I write, my boys are green flags. Mm-hmm. Like, even the ones with a temper that fight, they are so respectful of the women in their lives. Mm-hmm. Like, look at these pretty ladies. Like, all that kind of jazz. Like, the joke I had in Love Stories with Vinny is that Vinny was the exploration of my demisexuality. He knew he liked Anna, but couldn't figure out if he was attracted to her or not. Like, I know I enjoy you. I know I like talking to you. I know you're intelligent. And he said, there must be something wrong with me if I can't figure that out. And she goes, no, it's okay if you take your time or if it's not there. Yeah. It's okay. And when we finally have the spicy scene that I write between the two of them, one of Vinny's thoughts, because I write third person, but with an omniscience that you get to see into their head in bits and pieces. And one of his thoughts is the amount of erotica he had consumed in the last 2 weeks was embarrassing. He had studied because he is a thinker. And so this man's like, let me read books written by women. What do I do? I have had one partner and she pretty much told me what to do. Cool.
Research.
Cool. Mm-hmm. Because that's the kind of character he is. Versus Matt, who I love him, but he was a little bit of a man whore for a while.
Yeah.
So very different kind of like experience writing that. Plus, Cass was pregnant during that love scenes, like, which is a whole nother set of like layers.
Mm-hmm.
Love has the absolute most bonkers premise of all three of the books. Like, Failure is a very cozy, like, which I love, like small town starting over. But Love is it's got Jane the Virgin vibes.
I love that.
Which should kind of tell you, like, so the pitch I give for Love is always the same. So everybody has an opinion about the accidental pregnancy trope. I do too. Wrote it anyway. The twist about Love is that very first page, there's a knock on the door. Matt's ex-wife says, "Hey, remember how I forced you to do a sample before your vasectomy?" He's like, "Yes, I do remember that fight. Here's the girl I knocked up with it. Okay, bye." And Cassara is like, "How the F did I get here?"
Yeah.
Very Jane the Virgin vibe.
Very Jane the Virgin vibe. But I don't like love triangles, so that got tossed. So literally the first time Vinny meets the woman carrying his brother's child, so that's my niece or nephew in there. This is now my little sister who I adore and love. Look how pretty she is. Matt, be nice to her. Matt's just like, can't believe my ex-wife did this. This is all, somehow this is my fault too, because that's my ex-wife and you didn't ask for this.
Wowzers.
So just that's, which is why I like Matt so much, because like, even in his like discomfort, he's like, dang it, I still gotta take care of this person. Also, stay all the way over there away from me. It's very, I love found family and I love those dynamics of like watching a family come together that shouldn't get together and should not agree. And there it is.
Yeah.
Which is what I love.
That sounds so good. Okay, we have 2 more lightning questions left. Not very lightning, but I'm cool with it.
Redirect.
I'm cool
I'm
with
so
it.
sorry.
No, I love it.
Don't be
It's
sorry.
Perfect.
I'm a yapper.
Book that you wish you'd written first.
Is it a cop-out to say I feel like I've written them in the right order?
No, not at all.
Because I really do. I love my first 2 books. I truly do. But there is a level of growth I have seen from 21 when I published Love Stories to last year when I published Failure. And I think to write the subjects that I wrote in Failure with the hand that I wrote them with, without them being hit with a hammer, I needed to grow through those 2 books together. So I really feel like, honestly, I wrote them in the correct order.
I think that's the right answer.
Yes.
If there is a right answer for that.
Answer key says yes. Screen check.
We were testing you.
Huzzah! I love it. I passed the test. Hey, Mom, I did it.
The book wraps up. I'm good. One word your readers would never guess describes you.
Anxious. Like dark level in the pits of despair. Anxious.
Yeah.
All the time.
It's one of the reasons that I'm so friendly outwardly, because I never want anybody feel the way I feel internally.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I see that. I see that in you, Ash, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to make anyone feel the level of anxiety that I feel. So while I am a loud introvert, if I see someone over in the corner who looks like they are lost, off I go.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
I went to a book show. So Michigan does these women's expos where they'll rent out an area and it'll be a bunch of mostly women themed products and services and stuff that people can talk through. And it's community raising in theory and all that stuff. And the Michigan Writers Association does a wall of writers.
Oh, cool.
And so we get discounted table ticket to be there, but it's 3 days, so it's long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My table buddy for the show in Novi, which is near Detroit, she looks at me and she says, "This is my first book and my first show." And she was like 22. So she a baby on top of like a baby author. And I said, "You are sitting next to the right person." And oh my God, was it just the coolest thing to watch her shine as she started to get braver and braver as we like went through the show. And I was just like, "Oh, I'm so effing proud of you." And she's like, "You're so nice." I was like, I know, because I want to encourage the way I wish people would have encouraged me when I was younger.
Yeah.
And because I didn't get that, I am determined not to pass that forward. I am determined when somebody tells me I'm interested in this thing, my response to be, why? What interests you? And what about that thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Because when you're not encouraged, God forbid you pass that forward. And so that's just always been how I am.
You're incredible.
I'm glad somebody else feels it.
No, I try.
Yeah.
I feel better when I'm nice. I feel better when I'm kind. I'm happier in the
See, I
intro.
feel better when I'm an idiot in the best way.
So the problem though is the snap of it is when I lose my temper, it's very bad. It's very, very bad. Like I black out, don't remember until I'm in the middle of like the yell session, like what I'm doing. And I'm like,
Yeah.
What?
My brother goes, the fact that you have not been killed in a road rage incident is a miracle, because I will, if somebody is turning right on a red, someone honks at me, I put my car in park. We're not leaving until that light's green down. We're going to die here. This is.
Or they're riding your booty.
Yep.
And you're already speeding and you just slow way down and
Slow way
no
down.
passing
Oh, we
zone.
coasting. We coasting.
Yep.
We gonna die
Want to
here.
play that game? I got you, boo.
I think
Hold
my
on.
windshield needs cleaned right about now.
We're going now. I'm just gonna. My brother goes, "What are you gonna do if somebody gets out of their car when you put it in park?" I was like, "Put it in drive and drive." What? What? I'm in a car.
Open that door. I got
under me. Or I'll roll my window down and start yelling. I mean, one of the two things is gonna happen.
Hey, how's the weather over there? You're being a jerk.
I'm not kidnappable size, and I can sound intimidating.
And tattoos don't taste good, so I'm good.
Wow.
I keep a bottle of mouthwash, in my car. I could spit that at them, I guess.
Yeah. Throw the car in reverse and smash their car and then take off.
When you have mouthwash.
Very specific. Very specific.
It's also flammable.
Exactly. And it burns, even without the fire part. That doesn't feel good.
We got this.
We got this. See, I know what I'm doing. Don't trust me.
We'll take it minute by minute. See what happens.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness gracious. My cheeks hurt.
I'm so sorry.
Okay. No, don't be sorry. It's been obviously an absolute delight having you on here. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's been so fun.
Thank you for having me.
We can't wait to jump into your books, and I know everybody else that listens is going to want to as well, because it's just been amazing. Can you let everyone know where they can find you and all of your amazing work?
Yes. So if you want to reach out to me directly, get a book that I have signed, you can go to Sweet Tales with Spice. There's a little contact form. You can send me a request. We can figure out how you can pay me. My books are on Amazon as well. They are part of Kindle Unlimited. If you have a Kindle Unlimited subscription, you may absolutely read them there. I still get my tens of cents from that. If you're in the Michigan area, there's a couple more shows that I'm doing this year. I'm going to be in Indiana next year for a show. The name of the town just left my brain. Basically, on any social media, if you want to find me, just Sweet Tales with Spice. Tales like you tell a tale, and sweet, just like sugar, just become kind of the running gag. Book 2 of the Windmill Creek's Heart series is going to be coming out in late December, but it is not a Christmas book because I am not a Christmas girl, but it is going to be, the series is going to be interconnected. So Nate is one of the characters that we meet in Failure to Thrive. He's one of the nurses that Aster encounters. His book is next. So we get to meet my bisexual disaster boy. And I can't wait to, oh God, it's like a golden retriever in the dumbest way possible. But he's so good. He's one of those characters that came in my head fully formed. And so, yeah, I'm so excited for everybody to get into this world with me, into Windmill Creek, because I fell in love with his characters. I fell in love with the setting and the idea of a small town that twists the trope up. So instead of it being the perfect, Gilmore Girls-esque kind of small town, nothing against it, but I wanted something different. Yeah. So this mostly revolves around a trailer park. So it's lower income, lower community, and it's working to showcase how you don't have to have perfection to have good, and show that community building. But it's my small town in Michigan in the early 2000s. So it gets to be inclusive and diverse and kind and empathetic and accepting. And I get to put myself into the stories because that's who I am as a person. So that gets to infuse my world.
Awesome.
So cool. Can't
Very
wait.
cool. Oh,
Logo.
love
yeah.
it.
For the series.
Well, we will have everything Catherine linked into the captions below so you can go visit her on socials and the website and grab the books. But as always, stay bookish, stay curious, and keep mashing those stories, and we'll see you on the next episode.